Well, hello there, my lovelies on Facebook, and hello there to you, my gorgeous women on Instagram. You're all gorgeous. I don't want you to think I'm playing favorites and mother loves all of her children. Hi, guys. It's me, Donna Hoffman. They call me the interior design advocate because I help to erase the ugly room. I help to wipe out the disappointing design result. How do I do this, you ask? Well, quite simply, through the wonderful online courses I offer to women across the country, brimming with strategies. And when I'm not doing that, you might see behind me a fabric, a little bit of our fabric library. I run a luxury interior design company based here in the Philadelphia region of the United States. And that's where we can work one-on-one with families and couples and individuals. But teaching design is a true passion for me. And I love watching my students do things they didn't know they could once they're armed with strategy, because I honestly believe that the DIY design machine has screwed it up for a lot of very talented, smart women just like you. And that's why every Tuesday we like to come out here, put a pin in it with whatever we're working on at the design studio, and come out here and teach a lesson and answer questions and that sort of thing. So I'm happy to be doing this right before Thanksgiving. I hope you guys have great plans for Thanksgiving. And because it is just about Thanksgiving, we thought it would be a lot of fun to do something today that has to do with something that might help you up the beauty factor in your home for Thanksgiving. So I'm going to be talking a little bit to you now about easy hacks for flower arrangement. Now, if you have an easy or low cost great hack or tip for flower arranging, I hope you'll share it. And here are some things I want to share with you. And as I said in my description, it's not about talent or time, and it's not about the dollars you spend. It's about the tools that you use. And by the tools that you use, I'm talking about the flowers, yes, but I'm also talking about your container, okay? That's really the big trick, the big tip. So let's dive in. So one of the easiest ways to do something beautiful with flowers without breaking the bank, and you may have heard me seen me blog about this before, is just to do a single color arrangement, single flower, one type of flower, and go all in. And it can be a low cost flower if you like carnations. I don't happen to like carnations, but if you do, do a lot of them. If you like tulips, do all tulips. The other thing to do is all one color, which means you could mix flower types but keep the color all the same. So you might do sunflowers with spider mums. Boy, that's a flower that got screwed when it was being named. Don't you think, Katie? I mean, here you are, you're a flower, and you get named after the ugliest bug, yuckiest, grossest bug out there. I don't know. I mean, I get the purpose of spiders, but there's a design flaw there because they are ugly looking little things. But anyway, who am I to judge? Anyway, so you might do spider mums and sunflowers, and you can throw in some yellow pom-pom mums, and, you know, I don't know, some yellow tulips, all in a vase. Boom, one color. Break it up with some greenery. Those are the two easiest low-cost things you can do. But the other thing you can do is pay attention to your container. And I think something that a lot of designers know how to do, especially when we're doing photo shoots and styling out spaces, but guys, this will work as much on your coffee table when you have guests coming in for Thanksgiving as it will if you're setting your table for Thanksgiving, right? So what you want to do is pay attention to your container, and rather than dealing with these really big vases, tall vases that can be kind of hard to fill well, I'm going to recommend that you think like a florist. In fact, go to your florist and see if you can buy small containers, like little things like this. These make flower styling so easy because you just cut all of your blooms to the same height and you fill it and it looks amazing. Or you can go a little bit bigger like this. Again, contain that neck so it contains your blooms. In fact, I am going to be using a couple of these for the centerpieces on my own holiday table, and I can show you what a little arrangement of $3.99 worth of, I mean, look, there you go. That's the container I used. Pick these up at a great little low-cost flower resource because it's really a produce market, but they have great deals on flowers. So I thought, okay, what am I going to do to do a great low-cost arrangement? And I wanted to see what they had. I am not a mum lover, but they had these little baby what are they called, sunflowers. I said, okay, I'm all in. I would have liked to have had some hypericum berries or greens to fill it up a little bit more. Didn't have those, no problem. The other thing you can think about too is going with these great inexpensive square containers, and they come in small and they come in these mid-size and even larger. Again, head to your florist and say, hey, do you have any of these? And if not, you can Google them and find them. They're not expensive because it's what florists are using to send out arrangements. But again, when you stack them high with blooms, single type of bloom, you can make a big impact. And then you have 3 of them running through your table, or, you know, and then you still have room to put out your food at Thanksgiving time. You can see over them easily. And what I'll do with my little handy dandy, I'm so proud of it. I got hearts on. Somebody sent me hearts on that, so thank you. I'm showing that to you again. I'm gonna have 2 of these, one at each end of the table, and then I'll probably have some pine cones, you know, scattered through nicely through it as well, through the table as well. The thing to remember when you start going into these wider mouth containers, remember I said it's about the tool, it's not about the flower. If you have a wider mouth container like this, as opposed to a container like this that has a little narrow neck, a narrow neck is going to hold up blooms that have smaller heads. So if you wanted to do tulips and something like this, you won't need as many of them. As soon as you go into these really wide neck guys, you have to have either a big headed flower like a hydrangea, or you could do full size sunflowers this time of year. That's pretty easy to do and easy to find. Or you have to do a lot of something, a lot of tulips cut all to the same size, and then they're just standing straight up, making a really pretty statement as well. So pay attention to the tools that you use. You don't have to have high cost in your containers. It's the flowers you're filling it with. Single color always looks elegant and high end. If you look at your Pinterest pictures and your house idea books, you don't see a lot of, I'm going to put a little bit of everything in this arrangement kind of arrangements in those elegant high-end rooms. Why? Because color drives the eye, color moves the eye, and by containing those colors, how many of them, you can make a bigger statement in a room. So if you have a color in your interior that is an important color, drop that into the flower arrangement that you're using. I knew yellow would work on my table given what the other colors are around in our, I actually have a really big kitchen, so, and I like to serve Thanksgiving in our kitchen. It's a pretty kitchen, and it also allows all the guests to get up to serve themselves more soup. Everything else is on the table, but soup is always on the stovetop, and we always make 2 soups. Mr. Hoffman does the crab. I usually do some sort of vegetarian something, usually do a squash and apple and leek soup, but this year I'm doing a French country vegetable with thyme. Very nice. But anyway, I knew this color would work in my decor, so that's what I did. Alrighty, so when it comes to what you do, keep your colors controlled, not too many colors. Go to a single color or a single flower and go all in. Buy a lot of them, and again, look for a low-cost resource, see what's on sale, buy a lot of those. And then for how to display it, when you're working with smaller containers, to make a bigger statement, do 2 arrangements, keeping them low for a coffee table, keeping them low for a dining table. But again, if you're doing something, you know, on a whole table, then obviously just 1 is fine. And then of course, you can always break up your flowers with some berries, hypericum berries, or greens, that sort of thing. So those are, there you go. Those are my easy, low-cost flower hacks and tips and tricks. If you have any that you'd like to share, feel free to type them in. I know that a lot of you are getting ready for the holiday right now. I'm about to do that in a couple of hours, setting my table tonight, because I got a lot of cooking to do tomorrow. And I'll tell you next week what we're talking about. If you want to type in a little flower arrangement hack, feel free. Next week, we're doing quick design refreshers before your guests come. Quick design refreshers before your guests come to get your house and home looking beautiful and amazing and ready for those guests. And I also want to let you know if you're here with me on Facebook, we posted something in our description all about a wonderful award that we're up for in house. One of our bathrooms is getting a lot of attention, and you would do me a solid, girlfriends, if you would go to the link that I've posted and just click on that link and then save that bathroom to your house idea book, and that will count as a vote for us. And if you're watching on Instagram, we have the link posted in our description. You can go there, click on that link, save it to your house idea book, and thank you so much if you're able to do that for us. Totally, totally appreciate it. Okay, I'm getting hearts and thank yous and so forth. All right, so it looks like we don't have any comments about more flower arrangement ideas. I am fine with that. We can make it a short one this week. I'm seeing hellos from people, so hello back and hellos and hugs to everybody. I think we're gonna wrap it, Katie. All righty. Happy holidays, everybody. Can't wait to see you next week for quick design refreshers before your guests come. Cannot believe the year is almost over. We're heading into December. Oh my gosh. All right, guys, have a beautiful, happy, healthy, and safe Thanksgiving. Can't wait to see you next week, Tuesday, 4 p.m. See ya.